Daniel Berger atop the leaderboard after 3 rounds at the Honda Classic. Palm Beach Gardens playing there at PGA National. Really, it's like a home course for Daniel Berger. He lives 15 minutes away, and he's feeling right at home with a 5-shot lead over a host of golfers, including first-round leader Kurt Kitayama, first-year PGA Tour member. He's looking for his first PGA Tour victory, but he, along with 3 other guys, are 5 shots behind Berger. Back-to-back 65s in rounds 1 and 2 for Berger, a 1 under 69 in round 3 to give him a 5-shot lead going into the final round. Get some instant analysis. Welcome in Sportsline data scientist and host of the First Cut podcast, Rick Gehman, one of the young stars on tour, Daniel Berger, atop the leaderboard. Rick, what have you seen from him through 3 rounds?
Yeah, he's been magnificent. You had that leaderboard up there, Hakeem. It looks like a typo, him being 5 clear of everybody else at PGA National. I mean, 2 under par is a tie for 7th. Daniel Berger at 11 under. And there's been 1,300 bogeys or worse made through 3 rounds at PGA National, and Daniel Berger has accounted for exactly 2 of them. One of them coming on his final hole of the day on Saturday, kind of whiffed a tee shot, got out of position, and made a quick bogey. But other than that, it's been absolutely phenomenal for Daniel Berger. He's been playing out of the fairway, he's been hitting tons of greens, and he's putting the lights out. It's a true combination of things that allows you to open up a lead like this on the PGA Tour, where the talent is so incredibly deep. But he's doing it right now. He's by far the best player in the field, and he is poised to add another victory to the resume.
As I mentioned, he lives 15 minutes away, sleeping in his own bed this week, and Mama Berger is making him home-cooked meals, probably some burgers. It sounds fantastic. How much does having the comforts of home factor in for Berger? Because these guys are on the road all the time, sleeping in hotels. It's not necessarily a comfortable situation. Sure, it's luxury, but when you have the comforts of home, I mean, that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely right. And, you know, he had extended time at home, right? The last time we saw him was the Phoenix Open. He missed the cut there. He had time to kind of get healthy, get right, get that home cooking, get the game sharp with his coach and all of his team around him, including his mother. That's right, doing all the cooking there. So I cannot overstate how important that is. And it isn't always an advantage. But when you're Daniel Berger and you do the vast majority of your practicing and you're grinding on these types of greens in these conditions, you can read that thick Bermuda rough. You just have a much better feel. And when you add confidence of knowing what you're getting yourself into when you step on the golf course with your already elite skill set, it is just a recipe for a runaway freight train. And that's what we're seeing from DB this week.
Our BFF, Kyle Porter, tweeted this out this afternoon. Since golf restarted in June of 2020, 5 best players statistically, most strokes gained per round are as follows: John Rahm, Patrick Cantlay, Justin Thomas, Xander Schauffele, and Daniel Berger. That's somewhat of a surprise, right?
Yes and no. If you look at the last 50 or 100 rounds for every single golfer on the PGA Tour, Daniel Berger is one of the best players in strokes gained approach. And when you start talking about that category, that specific category, it is one that ends up leading to a lot of success because you're just hitting irons and wedges very close, giving yourself a lot of opportunities. And the best players in the world are generally better ball strikers. So it's a little bit of a surprise when you start comparing, you know, his resume, major championship success compared to the rest of those guys. But when you break it down and you realize how good he is off the tee, how good he is, especially with his long irons, and a much improved putting stroke over the course of the last couple of years, it should not be a shock that Daniel Berger has been one of the top 5 players on tour over the last year and a half or 2 years.
Looking to win his 5th PGA Tour victory, Rick. What would a win mean for him on Sunday?
Yeah, it would be big. You know, this isn't a prestigious event in terms of strength of field, but it's a very difficult one. It's one that gets, you know, a little star next to it when you consider how difficult PGA National is. And he's going to enter a conversation of golfers that it becomes a gift and a curse, Hakeem, when you are this successful on the PGA Tour, because then we start saying, what about those major championships, right? So that's where the conversation will inevitably go if Daniel Berger can wrap this thing up on Sunday. And it's a really good place to be, and we'll probably give him 10, 12, 20 major championships, and then we'll wonder why he's not winning them if he hasn't done it by then. You know, it's this media cycle thing that we do, but a very good place for Daniel Berger to be as we are heading into, obviously, the final 18 holes with him 5 shots clear.
Daniel Berger, again, with a 5-shot lead, looking for his 5th PGA Tour victory. Rick, thanks. And for more awesome golf content, join Rick and his crew on the First Cut podcast. All right, so Daniel Berger entering the final round on Sunday with a 5-shot lead over a host of golfers, looking for his 5th PGA Tour victory. We'll have post-round analysis right here on CBS Sports HQ when the round goes final from Palm Beach Gardens. Daniel Berger on top, looking to stay that way on Sunday.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.